Good morning, Pastor Allen. Just fixing a little technical difficulties here because it didn't want to start. And so there we go. And so I'm glad you're here. This is our Sunday morning online Bible study, and I'm planning on making some changes to a different format. This format doesn't seem to be as well attended, so I'm working on a different format, and most likely we will do 6 weeks, 4 weeks of how to study the Bible, because these days everybody wants to know about the Bible and America and Israel and Hamas and all the things that go with it. And so it'd be good for us to be able to study that for ourselves and see what the Word of God says. Today we're looking in Genesis chapter 12 because there's a promise in there from God to Abraham about the land that everybody, is in the news right now, Israel and Hamas. But originally God gave this land to Abraham. And the land that Israel occupies is just a small, limited section of it, because in actuality, if you sit down and measure from point A to point B, God gave them a lot more land, but Israel is only using a small portion of it. So there are more things to come, and that will play out in Bible prophecy. But today we're looking at Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 4. The Lord had said to Abram, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you." And Israel has been made into a great nation. The Israelite people are populous all over the world. And they are a great nation, and they have been blessed. They've had a lot of turmoil, a lot of trouble in their lives, but God has blessed them, and God will continue to bless them. And He calls us as Christians, as believers, to continue to bless and support Israel. The second part of verse 2, "I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing." And then here's the promise that we need to be aware of and we need to follow. Verse 3, "I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all the peoples of the earth will be blessed through you." And that's true. That's a prophecy that's been fulfilled, because Jesus Christ came as a descendant in the line of Abraham. And He has blessed the world. He's caused a lot of turmoil, a lot of hatred, a lot of people reject Him. But those of us who believe, those of us who follow Jesus, we have been blessed, and we will continue to be blessed. So we need to continue to pray for the nation of Israel. And so this is relatively recent after the flood of Noah, where God wiped everybody off the face of the earth except for Noah and his family, 7 others. And the earth was being repopulated through Noah and his family. And here we have to Abraham, which there is now a lot more descendants. And so God chose the flood and Noah to redeem the world and deal with human sin once and for all. And He does it through this ordinary man named Abram, later renamed Abraham. And Abram's journey first begins when he and his family left Ur. And God is now requiring Abram to step out on faith and leave the cradle of civilization. You've probably heard that term from history, but that is the cradle, the beginning of civilization in history. And hopefully you studied it in history. But this is where Abraham is leaving to go to this new land that God is showing him. And he had to do it to step out on faith. And a lot of what we do, we have to step out on faith also. And so he leaves Mesopotamia, to go to the less prosperous Canaan, which is far to the west. And he leaves his father's household, his family behind. He left behind family security, but in the process, he learns how to trust God and in God's strength alone. And so we must also. And Abram also learns to trust in God's promises. God said he will make Abram become the progenitor or the beginning of a great nation. God will bless him and make Abraham's name great, and assured him that he will be a blessing. And wherever Abram's descendants would go, God would look after them and respond to those who treat them well with his blessing, and those who treat them poorly with his curse. In this way, God blessed one family so that they may be his instruments of blessing to all the peoples on the earth. And so Abram heard God's call, he obeyed, and he left Haran when he was 75 years old. And he left behind everything familiar without knowing his ultimate destination, and that's faith. In the same way, we accept the promises of God, the prophecies of God, on faith. Now, we're fortunate because we're several thousand years removed from Abraham, so we've seen many of the prophecies that God gave to Abraham and other places in the Bible. Those have come true. In fact, almost 30% of the Bible is prophecy. And half of those prophecies have already been fulfilled, just as God said they would be. And so there's more to come. Who will you choose to serve? Will you be like Abraham and step out in faith and leave everything behind and follow God? Become a follower of Jesus and his blessings? Or will you deny God, deny the Bible, deny prophecies, and thereby receive a curse? So pray for peace, pray for the nation of Israel, pray that God continues to fulfill the promises made in the Bible, and most of all, we need to be aware, awake, and ready for Jesus to return at any time. Have a great Sunday. Don't forget, here, live in Paris, in the building, 10:10 a.m., we have worship. If not, if you can't make it, we'll be online, Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you later.